Welcome, friends.
Good evening, everyone. And today we have another interesting session where we'll be, talking about the colorful nature. And it is very, in fact, his co-star Bhagyashree has very, in detail, she has described the colorful nature of Salman Khan, and we'll be looking at the deeper meanings of her, statement in this very session. And also, we have a lot of interesting news lined up to the fact that Boni Kapoor recently posted the last, photo of Sri Devi in that party which was held in Dubai. Now, what's the reason why he posted that particular photo and not any other photo, right? So we look into all these, behind the dots. Like we'll connect the dots, and we'll try to decode, the inner meanings behind all these sort of events, these messages, right? The statements. So let us welcome each and everyone today. Hi, Divided Streets, Priya, Fancy, Harry, Vasupata, Vidya, Priya. So, friends, if you do like our videos, make sure to hit the like button, as this video will, help reach more and more audiences, and more people are aware, right? So, yeah, it's over to you.
Yeah. So, friends, lots of things happening, but also a lot of questions that we need to answer. As in the case of, see how easily, the judiciary, allow people a free hand. For example, I'm just wondering, where is Jacqueline Fernandez now? They say that she left the country. And why I'm thinking about her right now is because there was a expose where Sukesh Chandrasekhar's cell was, raided by the police officers to discover some. We are carrying that story as well, some foreign goods as well. So this guy is getting really, grilled, but the women who are behind it are being allowed to go free. See, you're looking at Ria Chakravarti, you're looking at Jacqueline Fernandez, all these women. I mean, what's happening? I mean, let not India be a banana republic where all these people are let go. So this is something that has been on my mind for some time, and it's worrying. You know, yeah. Back to you, Jerry.
Yeah, so coming to the first piece of news, and it's with regards to Boni Kapoor. And this is the, if you remember, guys, this is the party which was held in Dubai, in which it was Sri Devi's last appearance in a in a private party. And this was a photo clicked there. And as you know that, according to Bollywood, she died due to accidental drowning in a bathtub. As ridiculous as it sounds, how can one drown in a bathtub, right? It's the most ridiculous sort of I mean
Notion,
excuse
yeah.
that Bollywood comes up with. So
Right. It's also sad that, see, this couple who got married on that night cannot bring back their album, to enjoy the moment, because it actually shows the death of a woman, and they won't have many pleasant memories because everything revolves around the way she was killed and, who were behind it.
yeah, so coming to this, Boni Kapoor took to his Instagram and posted this picture. And, it says that you left us 5 years back. Your love and memories will keep us going and will remain with us forever. So, जो चल गया मुझे छोड़कर वही आज तक मेरे साथ है. And he also, Janvi also wrote, Sri Devi's daughter, Janvi Kapoor. I still look for you everywhere, Mama. Still do everything I do, hoping I'm making you proud. Everywhere I go and everything I do, it starts and ends with you. So you can see how these, the father and daughter is trying to sort of play some sort of, it looks like, some fake sympathy, which is being played out, right?
Mainly by being artificial. See, you remember the very famous, the scene in the party where Boni Kapoor hit Urvashi Rotela, on her backside, when he was flirting with her. Now, what sort of a relationship does he have with Urvashi Rautela? She is the same woman who flirts with everyone, Tom, Dick, and Harry. And she is the one who has this Versace like, interiors in Dubai. God knows who spent all the money on her. Now, she does not have any movies in hand. Now, she doesn't have any modeling roles. Okay. I hardly see her in any ads because, see, all the ads are given to Alia Bhatt, you know. So she doesn't have any ads also in hand. So where does the money come from this lady? You know.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
sorry, there were so many reports in the media that apparently, according to filmmaker Sunil Singh, and according to him, his lawyer claims that Sridevi had an insurance policy worth 240 crores of rupees in the country of Oman, right? So this is what has been floating around, and one of the possible reasons for maybe
her
for taking her
disappearance.
out for her disappearance, and is if this is true, is
See here, Jaydev, you remember Dr. Swami was at it in those days. We were actually in Dubai at that time. And Dr. Swami was at it. He said that, see, it is only because of the insurance policy which was made in Muscat, that this deed happened. And that they did this insurance in Muscat with the terms that, see, only if she dies in a Middle Eastern country, which will you get the money. Okay, so how come a very healthy and health conscious actress like Sridevi suddenly died, and that too just like you can only put your finger in the water. That it was only that much water. Okay, something happened, and apparently, from what you hear, even the hotel is discreetly connected to D. And all that happened was all well stage managed. And then he was grilled like hell in Dubai, by the Dubai police. I remember. He could not even go to the toilet. It was that bad. Okay. Then somebody very important spoke to them, and her body was released. It is with such a phase that Boni Kapoor came to India, hired a huge truck and got flowers and then made that huge show as if it was like Julie Caesar bringing in Cleopatra into Rome. So that was the kind of impact that he wanted because he wanted to make money. And Sridevi has often spoken about his greed for money. Whenever he has a problem, whatever insurance he has, the house suddenly gets burnt, and he gets the money. So many things like that have transpired. Now, apparently, some months back, Janvi Kapoor was busy showing the house in Madras, Chennai, which has been renovated. Now, according to Janvi, her father kept it a secret, and wanted to surprise them. But why keep it a secret? Apparently, there are many things that were hidden in the process. And it was also said that, see, the house was going to go to Lata, Sri Devi's sister. So that did not happen because apparently Lata was going to expose everything that happened. Okay, so that didn't happen. So there's a lot of hanky panky in whatever Boni Kapoor does. There is nothing that you can trust this man on. And if you look through YouTube, you'll find several examples of what this man has been up to. Now, his family is notorious. You talk about Anil Kapoor, he can be seen dancing and shaking his bottom at Pakistani weddings. Okay, so these people are Sonam Kapoor and all. They are all connected very, very closely with Pakistani people. So when you know that your country is at war with them, it's always better to be patriotic and be on India's side. But this is not what has happened in the Kapoor's clan. They have only wooed people who have been against India. For what purpose or for what, whether they were also, duly supported monetarily for this, can be only guessed. Yeah, back to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, so Subramania Swamy clearly stated that she did not consume hard liquor. And how did it enter her system? What happened to the CCTV footage in Dubai, in the hotel in which she stayed? Where is that? Doctor suddenly appeared before the media and said she died of heart failure. So this is what Subramanian Swamy at that point of time, questioned this particular death, and that too, she's a huge superstar of India, right? And if this is what can happen to one of the huge superstars in India, right? I mean, what is the fate of a common man, right? So if she cannot get, if there cannot be an what do you say investigation in this particular case, in spite of this happening in Dubai and it's outside India, at least an inquiry could have been done, right, from the international police, right? But nothing was done, and even the media has forgotten about this case. Especially, she being such a huge superstar, I can't believe mainstream media also have forgotten her and are not questioning, right, her accidental death. How can she die?
One thing you should know, Jaydev, is that he used her, Boni Kapoor used her as a prized horse. Okay, so whenever there were events in India, and she was chosen as the guest of honor or chief guest, he was the one who played the cards, and he would say that she would need to wear jewelry, heavy dresses, and so much she needs to be paid so much. So you can make out he was acting as a the manager, and he was making plenty of money through her. But when Sri Devi started, there comes a certain stage when you have, when you are very comfortable with life and you don't need any more money. That is when your spiritual thoughts come. So apparently, this woman started getting bad vibes at a few parties where she started seeing some anti-national elements, at Javed Akhtar's party, and she started, talking about wanting to inform, you know, the authorities about all this. So as she started getting more bold, you will see the same pattern it had happened with Parveen Babi, who was going to expose about the all the ammunition that was being stored in time for the riots in Mumbai, as similar to what Divya, the young girl, what's her name, the one who died, Sajid.
Jia Khan?
No, the younger girl, the one, Divya Bharti. Yes, Divya Bharti was also going to expose about how the cabal used women, Indian women, especially Hindus, to get them involved in a relationship, and then they market them to businessmen to get money out of them. So extortion, through sexual favors given by wife. Okay. Now, why all this becomes even more relevant is that, if you look at the case, about the Rizwan, the mafia man, Rizwan Bhatti, he did the same thing. He had his wife, he was, selling her to people for getting favors. And we have already spoken about that case several times, how politicians are involved in it, and how they use this woman just like they use a prostitute. And then what happened was, even BJP sent a letter saying that this lady has sent an complaint to the police about what happened to her at the Trident Hotel, where Hardik Pandya, Punav Patel, and Rajiv Shukla were there. Now, when all this is happening, these people, when they know that you're going to expose something, this was the same case as you see in Sunanda Pushkar. Why do you think Sunanda Pushkar was eliminated? She was killed. Let's just get facts straight. She was killed. People arrived from Dubai and she was killed. Same thing here. She had a huge fight with Shashi Tharoor, on the flight, and perhaps, of course, from their home, it started. And then, one of the Congress top guys said, "What are you arguing about?" He was also in the plane. And he said that during the whole flight and all, he noticed that they were really, very upset with each other. And then instead of going home to her home in Delhi, she went and stayed in Leela Palace. So now Shashi Tharoor went to his house, and then it was explained as if that there was whitewashing happening in their house, so she had to stay in Leela. Now she was staying in a single room. Suddenly, Shashi Tharoor gets the room, moved to a suite. Okay. When you talk about suite, it means you have a bedroom and you also have a living room. So it's a huge space. So they shifted to a suite. Then what all happened has been completely narrated by Dr. Swami and exposed. The two people came from Dubai. Everything was captured on CCTV. They came as if they were about to deliver some food to her, you know. And after that, the struggle started. She was beaten up, she was given injections, and she was given a Russian poison, which mimics a heart attack. And that's how she died. So, at any point when these people, these women who live with them or who are their partners, expose what is happening actually in the Kabal, that is when these women are eliminated. So there is no surprise in the case of Sridevi. It involved a huge amount of money as well, because we cannot see how a very healthy woman who doesn't even have wine, you know, just goes to have a bath, and she's in the she drowns in the bathtub. So this is just like Shah Rukh Khan's Pathan, the story, where you have to believe nonsense. Okay. In fact, here I want to tell you, Jaidev, see, I saw a video today of some people coming out of the theater after watching Pathan. And they asked the lady, how was the movie? And she said it was bakwas. Okay. And then they asked another man who came out, how do you think? Oh, it was terrible. I mean, what sort of a movie is it? He can't act for nuts, Shah Rukh Khan. And then they asked about the other guy, the other hero. I forget his name. So,
John Abraham.
John Abraham. So they said, वो तो ठीक था, मगर ये शाहरुख खान तो terrible. बिल्कुल, it was very bad. So now, even the script for all this, if you look at Divya Bharti, she was drunk. She sat, on the parapet of a window, and she just slipped and she fell down and she died. That is a story. Okay. In the case of Parveen Babi, she was so dejected with love because she got rejected by Kabir Bedi, and she fell into the arms of Mahesh Bhatt. Can you imagine? She didn't get anybody else's arms, So, and then she died.
And Tunisha Sharma died on the set,
exactly.
on the film set.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
And they also said that
who would die in a film set?
Yes. And they also said that the whole thing, the same thing that we explained yesterday, depression and bipolar, Tunisia was also suffering from depression. Okay. All these people were suffering from depression, including Jia Khan. Okay. So you look at the pattern. All these people, whether it's Rinki, who acted in the television series, Ekta Kapoor's television series, all of them died because of depression. All these models,
depression or heart attack,
and which also reminds me of the fact that, see, it goes back to the famous Paramveer Singh. Okay, Paramveer Singh is just like the Javed Akhtar in uniform. Okay, for him any death is suicide. कुछ भी नहीं मिला तो लटका दो पंखे पे और बोल दो कि सुसाइड है. उसको तो और कोई फॉर्मूला नहीं मिला क्योंकि उसको पैसा मिल रहा था. कहां से? शिवसेना से, महाविकास अघाड़ी से. तो when the police officer is also acting like Javed Akhtar, what is the situation in Mumbai? So I found a question somebody had asked me that weren't the children aware that the mother was murdered? If you look at Janhvi Kapoor and you look at the other daughter, I don't even remember her name. When you look at these two daughters, Khushi, yes. When you look at these two daughters, all I can see is dollars in their eyes. They have only dollars. They run after this gay guy, who is a clown in Bollywood. And he is supposed to be a drug supplier. Now, what are these girls up to? I remember in one video, there was Sridevi telling Janhvi, don't pose for them. Come here. And in front of the media, she shouted at Janhvi. And Janhvi became so, she cringed. So that was a kind of ethics that she did not want because she has suffered it. As a child, Sridevi was a child artist. She was abused by many, directors and all that. Because poor thing, she perhaps, at that time they didn't have money. and her mother was pushing her. So she did not want her children to suffer the same fate. But look at who the father is. The father, apparently, there are many news reports that, see, he has another flat, which is a pleasure house. Now, when you look at what happened with Yogi Adityanath, when he said that he started a parallel film city in Noida, do you know who were the first people who landed up there at his door? It was Boni Kapoor and Urvashi Rautela. See, they were sent as spies to find out, even if they worked there, will their hanky-panky be found out? Okay. So they were not too happy, because if they were happy, they would have already invested in it. Knowing Yogi ji, inside that brain of his, nothing escapes. So it is that kind of scenario in Bollywood where no woman is spared if she's coming up out clean. Even if you look at Jia Khan, what happened to Jia Khan? Jia Khan was a very successful, what you call a professional working abroad. And somewhere, Lambuji, Taliwali Mami's husband, saw her and said that you would do well in Bollywood. And the second person, just look at the connection, okay? The second person who, wooed her and brought her to Bollywood was Akshay Kumar. Yesterday, what did I tell you? Honey Yo-Yo Singh, when he underwent depression, whose doctor did he see? Deepika Padukone's. For 5 years, he was suffering from bipolar. And who are the people who were advising him? Akshay Kumar and Shah Rukh Khan. So these people, are they shrinks? Are they doctors? What are they? I don't understand. Anyway, after that, Jia Khan came to India, and she fell straight into the clutches of the Pancholi family. Now, the Pancholi family is the most dangerous family because Kangana has very clearly said what sort of a character Aditya is. Okay. He literally imprisoned her in a room and abused her. And she was further abused by Mahesh Bhatt. Okay, if this is to be believed, because now I don't know. She is also a person who U-turns a lot. Now, when the moment they realize that this girl is she may become a good actress and she make plenty of money like Sushant Singh Rajput, he put his son behind her. And he started sniffing and all that, and he liked the stuff that she was made of. And he started borrowing money from her heavily and abusing her. Okay. In today's age, when you can prevent having a kid, you have so many methods to prevent having children. He even impregnated her without marriage. Okay. And she was so upset, the mother said. He literally took the fetus and flushed it down the toilet. Have you heard of such things? I mean, you know of this man who has cut his girlfriend into 45, 50 pieces. What is this language that they're talking? And on top of that, she was also being abused physically. You know what is Rabia Khan's position today? She has run from pillar to post, asking for assistance to prove that the death was a murder. Okay. Nobody has helped her. Why? She was a part of the industry. She even acted in some films, and she was very close to this Anju Mahindru. Anju Mahindru is a turncoat, very close to Pancholis. And she betrayed her. Now, what happened was, when they realized that this girl is going to expose them, and she's going to escape and she's going to go back to UK or USA, that is when they decided to pull the plug. And then they put a suicide note and they said that she had hung herself. Okay. No, so all the police and all, Paramveer Singh and all were ready for it. The same standard format of suicide and everything. So there goes another girl. But this doesn't end there. If we give you all the cases of the women who have died in this manner, you would call Mumbai a dead city. So what you said, Jaydev, about Sridevi, whether we can revive the case, it happened in Dubai. It can't be revived because everything's closed and dusted with. So, and there'll be 1 million people against it as well. So that has died a death. Children are not bothered. Husband has gone 10 times forward like a horse on the run. So this is the situation in Bollywood. Yeah, back to you, Jay.
So now,
Shall we take a few comments,
yeah,
Jay? Yeah.
yeah. Before that, I would like to make a statement: is that why is Subramanian Swamy? He is not. He has forgotten to follow up with these cases, especially the Sunanda Pushkar case and even the Sri Devi case. He's gone quiet all of a sudden.
No, it's not that,
Uh,
Jaideep. See, it's not that he's gone quiet. He plays political moves, which is what we've discovered. So when it doesn't suit him, he just lets go the case. But of course, we should also give him due credit for certain things
yes.
that he's done. He's exposed the Gandhi family, and he's done it brilliantly. So there are good things that he has done, and now he's also on the Ram Setu case, making it a national, emblem of our country, so heritage site. So there are good things to it, but when it suits him, it comes to actors, he does U-turn. So there he cannot be trusted. Now Vinny says, don't forget Parveen Babi, who was left alone by the entire film industry to die. No baby even mourned nor spoke a word in those days. But today they admire her beauty and boldness. Yes, Vinny, in fact, this girl she didn't interfere in anything. She had her own life. Look at how they messed up with her life, and said that she underwent depression and bipolar. She became a schizophrenic. A person like Mahesh Bhatt saying that she's a schizophrenic. His own daughter underwent all this, and he doesn't care. Can you imagine what sort of a father or a husband he is, changing wives like he changes hankies? Gloria. My blood boils when I hear the injustice and these demons moving around free. I hope and pray of divine intervention, and all these will die a very slow, painful death. Swami is in hand with these Bollywoodians. Swami is so political, unless, yes, he has an advantage. I didn't know. Wow, imagine if Sriravi did that role. Ramya looked good in that role. Can't imagine anyone. Swami does everything with a motive to earn money. He can't be trusted, says Sid. Swamiji always starts talking about a new case and stops midway. See, for me, I've seen the good side of Dr. Swami very closely, and for which I have admired him. But the moment he started bashing our Prime Minister openly on social media, that's when I realized that, see, this is not done. When a Prime Minister is leading you so boldly into the future, taking India with him, unselfishly, the need is to stand with him and encourage him, because he's not alone in this battle. We are all with him. So such things made me very, upset. Janvi lied to the media that she spoke to Sri Devi that day at 4 p.m. We all know she was already killed by that time. Shehzada, Selfie are all South films.
And big flops, Vishali. So
Yeah. Almost everyone is made to undergo cabal rituals, sell the soul. No wonder they become inhumane, bipolar, depressed, name, fame, money, and power. See, here I'd like to say one more thing, friends. There was earlier we had done an interview with a young actress who was in the television, and she said that the reason why she left the television media was because of how scary it is. Apparently, she was called to a mud island in Mumbai for a shoot. So she usually goes with her mother, and she went with her mother that day. And the shoot was getting delayed and delayed. So she was worried. Her mother was worried. So one person, who was with them earlier in the sets, who was backstage, he came to her and he said, "You get out of here, okay, with your mother, quickly, because something is going to happen. Okay. Before that happens, scrap. Otherwise, you both will not live to tell the tale." And this is how that young girl escaped with her mother from that island. So can you imagine? Because she saw everything. She said that, see, if you're there in the television industry, the first thing they do is they'll say that they will audition you, they'll take pictures, they will take videos, all this on after you take some drinks which have been laced with drugs. So you're not conscious. So if you're not intelligent, see a lot of the girls come from villages, and they take these drinks. After that, what happens? They're not aware of it. Then this is used for blackmailing. Even politicians who are sitting, and talking the language of Bollywood, they've also been blackmailed. And even today, if they do not talk on their side, pictures will come out, videos will come out to expose them. So you can imagine the kind of fear that exists. Very well said, Rusri. Sunita. Ma'am, the initial role of Pravas's mother in Bahubali, the role Ramakrishna played was offered to Sridevi by Rajmouli, but he demanded a big price. So the role went to, yes, she demanded, yes. And that's why later she played some other role very similar to that in another movie, is what I remember, where she was still a queen. Ankita says, brother-in-law of Boni Kapoor is there in Noida Film City. Can we expect that place to be genuine? Brother-in-law as in, you need to expand, Ankita. Kangana is capable of abusing others too, yes, which is what she did to Shekhar Suman's son. Welcome, Vishali. How about Aishwarya Rai, Kiara Advani, Kirti? Were pictures taken of them too in the island? See, we do not have any proof of all this. It only comes when somebody says this as a first person, then we know there's proof to it. If it is, hearsay, we cannot say what exactly happens to these people. But these are some of the things that they see and that they tell us, and that that these things are happening. Heard Maharashtra government is bulldozing a lot of illegal structures which were used either for film shooting or for illegal activities in Mad Island and Malad right now. See, Chitra, here you also have a point, because, see, a lot of this Kundra's movies, semi-porn movies, were shot in these islands where people don't go so often. So anything can happen. See, if you're in a compromised position, what happens is that whatever they say, it is in the contract, your the immunity clause and all that, these girls will have to succumb. And I'm not talking only about girls. Young boys are equally susceptible to it. It's equal, and both of them are in this terrible drama where they have absolutely no option to either, to give in or die. You see.
Especially if you're an outsider, you'll be treated like a slave.
Yeah.
Right? You have to listen
Thank
to
you,
whatever
Ganesh.
they say.
I feel bad for Janvi. Her own dad taking advantage of her. In one video, he said Janvi and himself are like bhai behan, sick old man. Yeah, in fact, Vishali, what you say is so true, because in Janvi's eyes, I have seen a kind of fear when Boni Kapoor is around. Normally, see, fathers are very fond of daughters. We've seen it everywhere. Even all of us are, our father's kids. But here, when she sees Boni, she's very careful about what she talks. And when she looks into his eyes, there is some sort of fear. I don't know if that is normal when you are with your father. Sunitha says, yes, it seems she quoted an astronomical fee that made Rajmouli settle for Ramya. And poor thing, she was aware of it. So it was Boni Kapoor. Siddharth Shukla's mother is a devotee of Brahma Kumari and famous guru, hence has kind of absorbed her son's death. But she must be knowing a lot of, secrets regarding the television industry. Welcome, Vidya. And thank you for always, praying for us and doing pujas for us. It always is so helpful. And also thank you, Meera, for the special prasad that you brought us from Sai Baba, Shirdi Sai Baba. I don't know how much to thank you. It always makes me feel good when you think of us. These actors have to first sleep with the cameraman, casting director, and then the producer, director, and then the hero of Ben before they can get a role. This is exactly the pattern that the young actors told us. And if they don't do it, they don't get roles. You remember this choreographer, Ganesh? Such a bad reputation. Women are scared of him. As it is, first of all, he is like a giant. On top of that is what you call uncouth manner. Everything can frighten young girls. Caroline, welcome, Caroline. Yes, Vinny, I really sense the calmness as she is spiritual. Welcome, Jyotsna and Kalindi.
Welcome.
Chinusha. Very true, Meenaji. First, Subramanian Swami went after Foreign Minister Jaishankar, and then when PM ignored him, he now has decided to simply go after PM for everything and anything. He seems vindictive. Now, here, one thing we have to know: when we are, when we are in India, whether we are opposition or whatever, when a problem comes, the country faces a problem, we have to become one, and that is something Rahul Gandhi will never know. People like Swami will not know. It has to, we have to be one. That's the only way we fight a war.
I mean, I really, Subramanian Swami has an opportunity in terms that he can ask the central government as to why the central government is silent on the SSR case, right? Why he's not doing that? It's a very good opportunity for Swami, right, at this point of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meera says Baba's blessings. Thank you, Meera.
Yes,
And
absolutely. You are the medium, for us to him. But it makes, made our day very special. So thank you so much for that. Heard Pancholi wedding to Zarina happened with blessings idea from D. He must be doing the other business in return. See here, this is a very famous thing that there a lot of trafficking is happening. So that should give you an idea. You're talking on the high and mighty. May Maharashtra Mrityunjaya protect you both. Thank you.
thank you,
Always,
Vidya.
because such good people like you know, every day is a good day for us. Welcome, Maya.
Welcome.
Vishali, EMDS. These Kapoors will meet their fate very soon. How long can they whitewash their illegal activities? The last days of death, the actress suffers a lot. Then where their money goes, which they have earned, who grabs their money?
Yes, Priya. That's a very
Sri
good
Devi's death
point.
is 100% fishy. Sri Devi is strict, but Janvi didn't listen to her. Swami always criticized Modi ji too. Sometimes I only stay for a while on a live show, but I see the full episode in my own time. Thank you, Maya, for that. Swami won't ask about SSR because that doesn't fulfill his political ambition. There are nothing but jealous, self-serving types. Man, what do you think when will these Bollywood going to get karma back? I wish
Kushi,
so.
yeah, soon.
They are not kapoos. In fact, they are
Because
gafoos.
you saw karma getting, in the case of Thackeray's, it has already worked wonders, right? Now Uddhav Thackeray and his son does not have the party symbol. They don't have the name also, right, for the party. Swami is well connected and knows a lot of these underworld dealings. He will use the information he gets to blackmail politicians and actors. He's not interested in cleaning the system, says Chitra. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, Chitra, how it plays because as we near the general election next year, 2024, right, a lot of things will come out in the open, I feel, because a lot of people will like to, expose blackmail and all those things will come into play just as we near the election next year. Karan Johar, Pancholis, Khans, D gangs are all growing old. Another 10 to 15 years and they'll die and the cabal will come to an end or become weaker, says P. Yes, depending on how the current BJP government has the will, right, to cleanse the system. Why are they so diehard, Minaji? They keep taking films after films.
Yeah,
I wish they
here,
died.
Shali, let me tell you one thing. What you said is exactly so true because what you're speaking of is the best example of that is Akshay Kumar. Okay, he will turn upside down to do anything to survive in this industry. Okay, now I don't know how many selfies he has taken to come into the Guinness Book. Now I was just watching him on this channel where the comedy show happens, Salman Khan's
Kapil
comedy
Sharma.
show, Kapil Sharma show, and there you will see that when he smiles, it's only the gums, And as a cartoonist, my first thing is, my God, I got the picture. I need to show his gums, He's become so ugly, and if you take off all the things, from his head and all that, you'll see that he's just a bald man, a graying bald man who wants to sleep with every young, sexy girl in town. So these people are just like what you call, when cats land, they always land on their feet. So it's just that, see, they will keep on coming in different forms. They'll keep on harassing you. We will become old. Nothing will happen to them. You know.
So coming to friends, the main news is Bhagyashree, actress who acted with Salman Khan in Maine Pyar Kiya. Now she has told some interesting things about when she interacted with Salman Khan. She said that I think girls won't fall in love with me. This is what Salman Khan said. Why would you want to say that? This is what she asked. Because I don't think I'm a nice guy. I don't think I can stick with one person for a long time. I get bored very easily. Until I get this under control, I would want people to stay away so I don't allow them to come close to me. She added, I think with him it's more the women who have been really after him than him being after any one of them. And like he has been protective about his family, I think he's extremely protective about his women. So I guess that sparks of possessiveness to another level, which women today don't like. So these are some, very candid words coming out from Bhagyashree. So from these two statements, you can make out that number one, he's a playboy, and we have seen that he has had numerous girlfriends, throughout his career, and also the fact that he's very protective about or possessive about all these women or girlfriends, which he is dating. Especially, we have seen the example of Aishwarya Rai and Vivek Oberoi, right? How he sort of
Bashed
insulted Vivek Oberoi, and his career got ended after that. And also the fact that Salman Khan also has a lot of he gets bored very easily. That means he wants to change his girlfriend maybe every 2 months or every year. So you have seen and also girls run after him, right? So which means to say that actresses run after him. So what's the reason they run after this 50 plus or 60 plus year old man? Because he is one of the key decision makers in the cabal, and only with his blessings you can get a role in a film, or you will get some advertisement. You can be the brand ambassador of some brand, or you
So
can take part in some reality show like Big Boss, right?
now Kalindi says, but you know that Bhagyashree has told is 100% correct. I know her, she's my neighbor in Vilepali. Now, she may be your neighbor, right, Kalindi, and you may believe her. But we don't believe Salman Khan. Okay? It's a fact that this man is the most, I mean, you can't find a dirtier character than him in Bollywood. Okay? See, of course,
So,
you can add Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan, this thing,
so,
Amir Khan, to the
friends,
group.
yeah, sorry. You see this lady in the picture. Her name is Nadia Elizabeth Salman Alexander, right? And in the IMDb page, according to the IMDb page, this lady Nadia Alexander Khan is the wife of Bollywood film actor, producer, and director Salman Khan, eldest daughter-in-law of screenwriter, film producer, director Sir Salim Khan. The couple have three children together. Okay, and also known as Lady Nadia. She is the stakeholder of Reliance Industries Group India, which is conformed to one of the largest globing producing film industries, Bollywood, with headquarters based in Mumbai, right? And global brand ambassador and business influencer for Britain's most loved airline, Virgin Atlantic Airways. So she's, also the financial investor of Premier League Newcastle United Football club founded in 1892. So these are very this information is there in the official IMDb page. That so it's kind of interesting that according to this IMDb page information, that Salman
So
Khan is
here,
always
very interesting, Jaydev, what you say.
yeah.
So in fact, I want to say one thing because see what you said just actually made me laugh because I have found 3 or 4 people look very similar to Salman Khan. Okay, so out of that, I find that Suraj Pancholi looks very similar. Okay, then there's another actor who follows, this Sonakshi, like a dog in heat. That man is also very similar in looks. Okay, now the crazy thing is, even in Pakistan television industry, I find a man very similar to Suraj Pancholi. I mean, how can you have so many clones, walking around? So this is a story definitely that we need to cover in the coming, videos. That how can so many people look like him? There is some secret to it, you know. So one thing I liked about somebody who said a very interesting thing is that see, if he's a pauper, so I don't know who said that, but if he's a pauper, will women run behind him? Will women call him nice? They won't, because women need money. Okay. Everything else can be sacrificed, but money cannot be sacrificed. I never liked Salman Khan. He's never a good actor. I mean, we can understand Shah Rukh Khan or Amir Khan. Great news. I read all this in SSR diary, but it has all the news. Khalidi. The opinion because she knows Salman from his first movie. That's all she knows. It was Salman's first movie as well. Maybe he behaved. Yes, at that time he would have been different, Khalidi. See, and moreover, see, Bhagyashree is another very, very, though she comes across as a very pleasant lady, she's also after money. Because see, at her age, if she still wants roles, which means she's still, wanting a very cushy life and she wants to buy all the luxuries that life can give her. So I'm not too confident about what she says. Salman ended the career of Vivek Oberoi, Arjit Singh, Govinda. They never live their life as though who are actually actually always PR stunts or meetings of cabal where crimes are decided. That's the benefit of having money. Can't believe greed can make you do anything. Meera says, yes, Suraj and Sonakshi's boyfriend are definitely related to Sallu family. Samajh gaye na? See, Meera, you will be very surprised in a serial that's happening now in Pakistan. That man also looks exactly like Suraj Pancholi. I mean, my mouth was open when I watched this guy. I said, God, this is like a clone. Now, what's happening here? So this is something we will surely follow up in the coming videos.
Banti Saturday also looks a lot like Salman Khan. It's quite interesting.
Yes, indeed. But Meera Rai, Arijit is still famous because of his beautiful voice. So we are nearing the truth, Minaji, very close. 228 watching or only 89 likes.
So friends, make sure to hit the like button.
Cloning is yet to be exposed in large scale, just like Soros' face. It's still considered as conspiracy theories as of now. Usually, when we talk, of cloning, do understand we are tongue in cheek. She is very rich. Her house alone is close to 50 to 75 crores. Yes, if she is so rich, why is she running after him and asking for movies? Because see, I have seen many of her shots. Now, I am a person who observes very closely because I'm a journalist. I've been following many of her shots, and she tells the PR, look, I'm going to walk this way. Okay, so start the camera only from here. And I've watched her really, act even in a normal walking style. So this woman is very much after fame, and she's also pushing her son. Now, I wouldn't say that her son is not talented because I saw one of the films in which he's quite good. Now, when you do all these things, Karati, the doubts come as to what is she after, because her husband is a very mediocre man, who's lost his looks and all that. Salman was a lover boy then. Soumyani left a good life and came to India to marry Salman. Look at her now. She has finally opened up and exposed Salman and the famous sodomy that she underwent. I think one whole day, Bollywood will come to, yes, exactly, to an end. He brought one Aishwarya Rai lookalike to. I think he exploited her too. I forget her name. Yes, absolutely. Well said. I think one day whole Bollywood will come to an end. Absolutely. Kushi. Even one Tamil film of Rajini's Peta has Bollywood Siddiqui being given a role. So they made headway in South. Bhagyashree wants breaks for a son in Bollywood, I guess. She's from a wealthy family. For sometimes, Meera, wealth is not enough. You know, the more wealth they get, the more greedy they become. And in this woman's case, I can see that. Because, I liked her in her first film because she came across as a very innocent young girl. But that's not the script. Okay? That is only a Bollywood script. In real life, she could be a vamp. Soros is also puppet. The Rothschild family is on the top of the pyramid. Her daughter wants to be an actor. Oh, she has a daughter as well. Okay. Welcome. Thanks, Meenaji and Jaydev, for candid speak.
Thank
The
you.
facts are considered as conspiracy. It's Neha, yes, Neha Ulal, the one who looks like Aishwarya. Vaishali Sharma, that girl used to live in Gulf countries once upon a time. Thanks, Anna Mitra. People should wake up quickly. There's a lot of deep, dark crimes happening of our own money, and day by day, our country is getting corrupted badly. See, friends, also one thing you have to note is that, see, all these actors, we're talking about Shah Rukh Khan and all the Khans and all, now they become fossilized. They're not going to get any films. Even if he acts in a film like Jawan or whatever, now we are watching very good films by small directors on small budgets. Now, I wanted to tell you something before we end the show is that, see, if you get the chance, please watch Ghar Wapsi. It's a serial about a man who is fired, from a very high paying job in the city, in Bangalore, and, from a multinational company, and how he comes back home, and the kind of predicament he faces in his own hometown from his own people. This is the kind of realistic stories that we need to watch. Okay, we just watched Panchayat, which I already told you is brilliant. Okay, this is another movie which will hit a chord with you because many of you would have seen that during the COVID times, many of the people lost jobs. Many of them who were working from home were also removed when the COVID stopped. So there's been a lot of upheavals, in the whole country and abroad. So these directors are very cleverly, use these issues to strike at us to tell you that, see, this is what you're going through. Now, one fact is very, very clear, and that is they have not used the, what you call the stereotype things that they use in Bollywood. Okay, so as we say, there is no Mauni Roy or Urvashi Rotela, to striptease. Okay, then there is no comedian like Johnny Lever or Mahmood or those type of people to entertain you. Humor is coming from the normal people in very simple sentences that make you roll on the floor. Okay. Humor that is the ultimate that comes from normal situations. It could be even from boiling a cup of tea. How the writer has grasped the lifestyle in India and how it's changing. Okay, so today he's actually connecting with the common man, and he's telling you. And look at the see, there's positivity as well. He's also telling you how to get out of the situation. See, I've only started following, so it could be the second or third of the part serial I'm watching, but I'm sure because there seems to be a light, at the end of the tunnel, and the way they are showing both the positive as well as the negative aspects of Indian life, before and after COVID, is something you definitely need to see. And of course, today I have not noticed Karthik. So people like you, all of you, you should watch this because I'm sure it strikes a chord within you. And these are the kind of good films that make you think, and give you ideas. So again, True Indians is why and who is instigating Haryana? Yes, it is absolutely. You got the point. What's the name of Aditya Pancholi's lookalike? Ma'am, just curious. Uh, I think we'll have to, because he's such a non-entity, we'll have to find out. He came in this movie with Sonakshi and the other girl, who's, where they talk about plus size figures, you know. So when I listened to SSR's friend YouTube video on digital filmmaking, it was killed in a bike accident. I was shocked how much evil they were. Bhagyashree was so respected because of her stand on acting only in clean movies. Now she and Madhuri are the most fake ex-actors who are willing to do anything. Brilliantly put, Chitra, because you have just
Yes.
expressed what I thought. Okay, because see, as you said, we respected her for her. Even she pushed her husband into movies, knowing that he is not good looking to come as an actor. She pushed her husband. Now she's pushing her son and she's pushing her daughter, according to somebody else. So these people only see dollars in their eyes. Okay, how much is enough for this Bhagyashree? Or does she want to be someone like Jacqueline Fernandez who gets 10 Louis Vuitton bags and 10 giraffes and 10 horses to ride? Is that enough for these people? So these things are something that make you almost laugh. They had Bro Brothers International Limited. Salman Khan is director and Sohail Khan as well, Arbaz as well. Salim Khan is known as Lord Maharaja Salim Khan. People should become aware of what's happening rather than only their own problems. At least in West, people are not afraid to say anything. Welcome, Galicherla and Asha and Vinny. So, on this note, we'll end this session. So, my request is, friends, please see good movies and good serials like Panchayat, and we're saying Ghar Wapsi, and also the Malayalam film about Malikapuram, about Ayyappa, just like Kantara. So, these are movies that you should watch, enjoy, and tell everybody to watch. We're not against films, we are against Bollywood. Okay, boycott Bollywood because they think they can do all the crime they want behind curtains and tell us to pay for their movies, which we will not. Okay, and this is not my suggestion; it is all coming from SSR. So please follow what he's saying, and we will make sure that he gets justice. On this note, we end this session. Thank you so much, friends. Good night, and Jai Hind from Jai.
Jai Hind.